Good day, everyone. My name is Shian Andog, and today's discourse is all about attitude targets. Attitudes are internal states and beliefs that vary from positive to negative in reaction to a place, a group of objects, an issue, an activity, a thing, or the environment. Like, for example, this outbreak. What are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about the vaccines? What are your thoughts about the issues that correlates this existing crisis? And it's really up to the knower, right? It's up to the knower and how he or she adjusts to this kind of situation or how he or she respond to this kind of circumstances. A positive attitude toward learning is the school itself, homeworks, we have classroom rules, the teachers or the facilitators, and the subjects. We have different subjects, right? We have Christian living, we have science, we have MAPE, we have Civica, Araling Panlipunan, Christian living, HELE, ESP or values education, and so on and so forth. Now, the negative attitude toward learning are skipping schools, dropping out, and cheating.
Attitude consists of three elements or contributing factors. Now, one, an affective component of positive or negative feelings. Second, a cognitive component describing worth or value. And third, a behavioral component indicating a willingness to engage in specific actions or the response. The psychologists define attitudes as a learned tendency to evaluate things in a certain way. This can include evaluations of people, issues, objects, or events. Such evaluations are often positive or negative, but they can also be uncertain at times. This three-part conceptualization has important implications for identifying attitude targets. Now, the three that I've mentioned are feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. All three components need to be addressed if the learning target is students will have a positive attitude towards school. Only the affective part needs to be addressed if the learning target is students will like coming to school. So, for example, you might have mixed feelings about a particular person or issue. Researchers also suggest that there are several different components that make up attitudes. The components of attitudes are sometimes referred to as CAB or the ABCs of attitude. Now, the components of attitude are cognitive component, your thoughts and beliefs about the subject, affective component, how the object, person, issue, or event makes you feel, and behavioral component, how attitude influences your behavior. Attitudes can also be explicit and implicit. Explicit attitudes are those that we are consciously aware of and that clearly influence our behaviors and beliefs. Implicit attitudes are unconscious but still have an effect on our beliefs and behaviors. Now, there are a number of factors that can influence how and why attitudes form. Here is a closer look at how attitudes form. Experience. Attitudes form directly as a result of experience. They say that experience is the best teacher. They may emerge due to direct personal experience or they may result from observation. Social factors. Social roles and social norms can have a strong influence on attitudes. Social roles relate to how people are expected to behave in a particular role or context. Social norms involve society's rules for what behaviors are considered appropriate. Learning. Attitudes can be learned a variety of ways. Consider how advertisers use classical conditioning to influence your attitude toward a particular product. In a television commercial, you see young, beautiful people having fun at a tropical beach while enjoying a sports drink. This attractive and appealing imagery causes you to develop a positive association or a schemata with this particular beverage. And the last one, observation. People also learn attitudes by observing people around them, their paralanguage, When someone you admire greatly espouses a particular attitude, you are more likely to develop the same beliefs. For example, children spend a great deal of time observing the attitudes of their parents and usually begin to demonstrate similar outlooks. Attitudes and behavior, we tend to assume that people behave according to their attitudes. However, social psychologists have found that attitudes and actual behavior are not always perfectly aligned. After all, plenty of people support a particular candidate or political party and yet fail to go out and vote. People also are more likely to behave according to their attitudes under certain conditions. Factors influencing attitude strength are an expert on the subject. Expect a favorable outcome, experience something personally, stand to win or lose something due to the issue, or repeatedly expressed attitudes. In some cases, people may actually alter their attitudes in order to better align them with their behavior. Cognitive dissonance is a phenomenon in which a person experiences psychological distress due to conflicting thoughts or beliefs. In order to reduce this tension, people may change their attitudes to reflect their other beliefs or actual behaviors. Here are my references.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. I hope you get a grasp of what I said. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below for more updates and stay safe. Bye bye.